Okay, practice problem 5.9 millimeters. The origin is at the center and at the top of the T, so kind of along that surface. Lines, center line circles, extruded boss, extruded cut, planes, and axes. Create an axis using a standard plane. Use up to surface end conditions. So we don't generate a axis feature very often, but we can certainly see what that looks like. So we're going into our new part millimeter. As far as our orientation, let's see if we can get that back. This will be the front plane. This face or faces will be the top plane, and the right plane bisects the part. So we're going into the front plane to draw our T. And let's go ahead with a center line, vertical, infinite length, because I want to use the mirror to go ahead with creating the T. And I'm getting my click drags and my click clicks mixed up. All right, so our width is 65. Well, let's go ahead and mirror. So right click, left click, drag the window around. We'll get all of the geometry in the center line, and then we can mirror the entities. Then we'll go 65, and the height is 16, and the overall height is 32. Okay, and then the width at the bottom, 31. All right, so pretty much that can act as our axis, but we'll have to see when we go to generate that geometry. So the features are extrude. We're going to midplane, and that's going to be 105 millimeters. So we go ahead and hit OK. Let's open up the sketch. We'll save the plane and the axis for last. If we wanted to mirror, we could put in another center line, but I think we'll just go ahead and draw the second circle. When I select, control select, and set to equal, these should be becoming habit by now. We've done them a few times. 75, and it's one of those functions that really you're just going to do all of the time. So I know that 75 divided by 2 is 37.5, but if I want it to do the math, if I want SOLIDWORKS to do the math for me, 75 divided by 2 is going to give me the result. And then we're select, control, select, vertical. And I guess the last one that I need, if I hadn't done that already, I thought that was going to be the defined. Looks like 14. Okay, now we go fully defined, and we're going to go with the extrude cut. All right, so this is another case where if I was doing this not as an example, I would be looking at the whole wizard, because the whole wizard, I'd be able to change this, change the sizes, change to counterbores, change to a countersink or a tapped hole a lot easier than dealing with that geometry. All right, so let's go ahead and introduce the axis, even though I don't use it very often. But we can actually make an axis feature. I have a center line from the original sketch, and that is where the plane is going through. So let's go plane, and then our reference geometry will bypass plane, go to axis, and it's one line, edge, or axis. And then I can hide the sketch, and now that I have that as a feature, I can go axis, and let's just do right plane, since that is 35 degrees off of that plane. All right, so pre-selecting the center line would have worked, but actually having an axis feature makes it maybe a little bit clearer, a little more apparent. We're over to our reference geometry, and we're inserting a plane. All right, so coincident to the axis, and then let's see what we get with the 35 degrees. And if we highlight, all right, so wow, that got to be a really big plane and it's going the wrong direction. So let's flip the offset going through that way, and let's go ahead and accept it. Wow, the axis got really big. So yeah, probably that infinite length center line is a culprit there. All right, so interesting result. We'll have to watch for that again. So we can resize the plane, but I think the axis is going to pretty much stay. So we'll just kind of see how that works out. All right, so I lost my frame of reference while I was messing around with that, so I'm going to use the center mouse button. Wow, yeah, that's definitely an interesting result. All right, so the circle is at the center, at the origin, and that's going to place it at the angle. We also have the through hole. All right, and we don't necessarily have to put them in the same sketch, but with the contours and regions available to us, it makes it a little bit easier. So the outside diameter is 30, the inside is 21. So getting that plane set up and the axis is the hard part of this part. So features, we're going to extrude, and we want this to follow the surface. So direction 1 up to surface, and it's going to terminate on that surface. And if I select the contours, I can go back and grab the perimeter of the circle for my contour, and then when I rotate back around and activate direction 2, it also becomes to a up to surface, and it terminates at that surface with the correct angles. All right, so let's go ahead and hide the axis, since probably want to zoom again at some point. We'll go ahead and expand out the feature, highlight the sketch, go extrude cut, and then the selected contour becomes the inner circle, and it's going to be a through all both. So the direction 2, and we'll notice that these extend because that point and that point are the extents based on that angle. All right, we get that geometry in place, and we go with the fillets, and we have a radius of 5 millimeters, typical, and then we go ahead and see what we get. So this is another one that would be an interesting drawing, so we'll probably end up adding that as a secondary video. 152, 544. Let's go ahead and save this. (5-9) and evaluate and mass properties 152, 545.8. So somewhere I got an extra cubic millimeter. I think I'm okay with that. So given the geometry, we will take that as a win.